Today, you will be working towards your next steps from page 2 of your writing about your reading reflection on Seesaw. Just like this cute little piggy here who is taking it step by step to reach her goal, you will take it step by step to become an even stronger at writing about your reading. Let's get started. On page 2 of your Seesaw reflection from Monday, well, it looks like this. Open up your Seesaw reflection from Monday and turn to page 2. These are all the strategies that we have learned in reading class in this unit so far, and we are using them to write about our reading. You have circled yes for the strategies that you have already used in your writing about your reading, and you have circled next steps for the strategies that you have not yet used in your writing about your reading. Today, you will be looking at the strategies for which you have circled next steps. You will choose one or more of these strategies to try out in your writing about your reading as you read independently today. Let's take a look at an example. Let's say that this is Mr. Elliott's reflection sheet. He has tried out so many new reading and writing strategies. Good job, Mr. Elliott. But what strategies should Mr. Elliott try today in his writing about his reading? What are his next steps? Well, his next steps are these 3. Mr. Elliott should choose 1 or 2 of these strategies to focus on today as he writes about his reading. For example, maybe he should spend some time revising his thinking about a character now that he's probably collected new evidence. And Mr. Elliott should probably notice and write about the character traits of the other important characters in his novels. Which reminds me, remember, you can go back to your Seesaw activity, the character webs and character cards Seesaw activity, and continue to add information to your character webs, character cards, or the other graphic organizers in this Seesaw activity. But I know what you're thinking. But what about timelines? Mr. Elliott hasn't tried out that strategy either. Well, don't worry. Mr. Elliott and you will find time tomorrow or the next day to try the strategies from his reflection and your reflection that are marked with next steps. Today, you only have to focus on 1 or 2 of the strategies that are marked with next steps. You can always come back to this page to help you remember what exactly the strategy was about. Here's some reminders. Even if you know what kind of writing is best for you, you should still try all the new strategies you learn in reading class. You may find a new one that is just right for you. And what about if you use other important reading strategies when you write about your reading, like questions or connections? Well, keep using them. They're important. For independent work, here are your independent work instructions. Today, before you read your fiction novel for independent reading, you will look at the strategies for which you have circled next steps on page 2 of your Seesaw reflection. Choose 1 or more of the strategies that you have not yet tried. Try out these strategies in your writing about your reading as you read for independent reading today. The strategies that you don't try today, you can try tomorrow or another day. All right, grade 5, happy reading and happy writing.